Shade 45, it is the all-out show. Rude Jew, Lord Sear. We got special guests. Who that, dog?
We got motherfucking Yelawolf up in this bitch. What's up, Yelawolf?
Hey, what up? What up, what up?
Good to have you on here. It's last time you were here, you didn't even have the Shady deal lined up yet, man. Or maybe you had it lined up, but you weren't speaking on it.
Yeah, they kept it. I kept it under wraps. I didn't believe it, so I didn't talk about it.
You was the first white dude to get signed, right?
Yeah, I think the first white boy co-signed.
That's what's up. Hell yeah, dog. Hell yeah. That's some real shit. For real, dog. That's some real shit.
Yeah, no, I never imagined he would have done that ever in his entire career.
Right.
You know? I knew that he was cool and would have. I always believed he would understand the music, you know, and understand where I was coming from, and I believe there would be a mutual respect, and if I was lucky enough, I would get a record one day, you know. But I didn't imagine that it would end up being a deal. So, yeah, man, Shady Records, man, it's fucking dream come true, man. Little small town Alabama boy like me, man, never fucking knew, you know.
That's dope, dog. That's fucking awesome.
Man.
So has your approach changed? Like after working around M, has your writing approach changed a bit, or?
Nah, my writing hasn't changed, but my idea of what is important media wise has changed a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
Just perception is a motherfucker, man. I think that well, first of all, seeing the numbers change as far as like people coming to my shows just because obviously they want to know why, you know.
Yeah.
So a lot of new fans coming out, and I think that, like, you know, being with Shady has like, I don't know, has like, I have a new idea on what a major label represents, you know, and what a major cosign represents. And I think since internet and has changed the game so much, it's probably less effective these days than it was, say, like 10 years ago when you was only getting radio and music television and, you know, everything wasn't so accessible. Whereas now, you know, if I get a cover, like I got a cover on Vibe with Marshall, and the cover leaked. I mean, like,
right.
What is this world? You know, like the cover leaks, a cover of a magazine, everything leaks, everything is accessible immediately to anyone. They just grab their phone, and so it loses, it's not as exclusive anymore. It kind of loses the special,
right,
the surprise of it all, because everybody's like,
so the internet has taken the luster off of being on a major label. I
think that it's taken away the mystery of what's coming and what's about to happen, which is why really I'm here with you today, is because you know, I was trying to, well, I had made plans to do an album called Love Story, and then I got fucking hurt.
What happened?
Well, I was staged out here in Los Angeles. I staged out of some rafters, and I landed on someone's head, and
oh, fuck, dude.
I didn't know at the time that I had ruptured my spleen. Whoa. And it was like some months later where I did it again. I thought I just hurt my back, and it popped, and it started. I was bleeding internally, and I had to go get, you know, had to take a sit down for a minute. Anyway, it cut into the time of me making an album. And so I decided to do some tapes, man, some more tapes, all original mixtapes.
Right.
I don't even know what they are today. Actually, the first one we're gonna drop is called The Heart of Dixie, aka This Ain't No Fucking Mixtape, because it's all original music.
Right.
Like I think the line of mixtape album has been blurred so heavily. It's kind of like, what's a freestyle? Like, people ain't freestyling anymore, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
freestyle stopped being freestyle about 15 years ago.
Yeah, and you know, the mixtapes is not a mixtape no more. At least Trump music was a mixtape, but it was all original music.
Right.
And these tapes that I'm about to drop now are all original music. So I would call them like mini albums, really, you know. So anyway, I'm here today because I'm trying to avoid such an easy leak, you know. My manager was like really at me about putting something out. Yo, you gotta leak a few records for Heart of Dixie. I'm like, man, once it drops, they're gonna separate every record and make a different YouTube channel for each record. They're gonna make their own singles. They're gonna create their own leaks. They're gonna talk about whatever records they want to talk about. So just put it out like you put out a book.
Right.
You know, open it up and read it however you want. But there it is. You know, instead of just trying to draw people in with certain records and shit. You know, like, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure all this shit out, man, and be a step ahead instead of like following the trends of how to promote music and shit. You know, when everybody was rapping Vans and shit and hip hop, I never did that shit. You know,
right?
I saw that and I was like, well, there's got to be a cooler way to do shit. You know, like,
and the irony was you actually skateboarded, right?
Mm-hmm.
I find that weird. It's like, I find that like it's weird the motherfuckers are claiming skateboarding and they don't skateboard. It's like claiming a gang and you never was in a gang.
I
know?
think that I saw that so early, man. You know, but I was, man, when NWA and Diggable Planets and Nirvana and Primus and, you know, I was wearing Airwalk 540s with a fucking bowl cut to school in the projects, you know, like, and
Right.
I was getting clowned. You know, skateboarding was never cool when I was growing up. It only became cool in the hip-hop world recently.
Yeah.
But skateboarding has always loved and represented hip-hop music and punk rock and all its skateboard videos. And so we've always been down, but I felt as a culture, it always felt special because we were up on Souls of Mischief in Nashville, Tennessee, you know, because of skateboarding and skateboard
Right.
videos. So we felt extra privileged because of skateboarding and what skateboarding, but now it's so crossover. And yeah, there's a lot of people, you know, discovering skateboarding through the mainstream. I'm like, man, whatever, as long as you skate, you know, it's all good, man. But I do feel like the culture's a little exploited at this point, man. But you know, hip hop, man, it'll fucking adopt some kind of trend, exploit the shit out of it, and kill it, and then
Right.
it's on to the next shit.
Throw it to the side.
Yeah, I'm just really all about right now just figuring shit out, man, for myself, for my art. You know, Radioactive, the last project I put out was deliberately given to Interscope, and it was on a fucking silver platter given to them to work. Like, radio records after radio records purposely was my attempt, you know? And these motherfuckers have given me one single in 11 months, you know? So it's like, I don't really understand where the importance is lying, you know? I don't, and that's just me being real, you know, and every artist gets frustrated at some point, I imagine, but I've never been one to hold my tongue, and that's just where I'm at. So I'm putting out music the way the fuck I want to put it out now, and making music exactly how I want to do it.
So
you know?
on your first major label album, you felt like you've compromised a bit, and then
Yeah, fully. No, I fully compromised. But I let everybody know, even prior to doing Radioactive, what I was doing. I was being honest with my fans. I was like, yeah, I'm letting people in, you know, we're gonna doing something more melodic. I mean, the album's called Radioactive.
right.
To be active on
the
radio.
radio.
Like
Yeah.
it was a purposeful shot.
But
For me,
Interscope
because
didn't
I
work
felt
it.
like I had a fucking window to use, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, and I can pull some people in with this shit, you know? And but yeah, man, I don't fucking know what the fuck they're doing up there, man. Shady's great. I love Shady Records, man, you know, and I just think there's some shit going on upstairs. I don't know what the fuck's going on, so back to trunk music, man, you know?
So you're going back to the trunk with it.
Yep.
Well, trunk got you here, so let's see how that shit go for you.
It's gonna go good, man. I mean, the show, it's only growing, you know? The shows are crazy. Like, man, and Radioactive has done its thing, you know? It could just be so much better if they would fucking get their shit together up there, you know?
Straight up. Do you feel like saying that shit is gonna hurt you or help you? Like if someone at Interscope's listening right now, you think they like fuck this dude or?
Nah, they can't be like that. Cause I got respect for anybody who works, you know? Like, I'm not, if I could take shots at somebody specific, I would, but I don't fucking know.
Right.
You know? So I'm just saying, this is from just the outside looking in. You know what I mean?
It's hard to say for me too because I don't listen to the radio and I work here and we play the fuck out of you because we're supposed to. You know what I mean? Like,
I appreciate that. Well, I think that like internet radio definitely where it's at. It's where music should be. The freedom of it to talk about what the fuck you want to talk about, and to play the music you want to play. I mean, this is where it's supposed to be anyway. But there's still so much power in FM radio. I mean, I'm from Alabama, man. There's so many people. I could tell you more times than not, people are like, man, when I heard you on BET Cypher, I went and checked you out. It's because there's the power of television is still so real.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
It's instant credibility you on the radio. It's instant credibility you on television. It means you've made it.
Well, yeah, I mean, because it's kind of like a club. Anybody could record something and put it on YouTube or drop it. Your music is immediately out there just by clicking a button on a computer, but you can't just get on television and you can't just get to FM radio.
Right.
So it makes it to them like, how the fuck did he get this? You know, like, so it makes it that mystery, man. That mystery is important, man. You know, so trying to do that is trying to bring it back as much as I can, man. I did come up with some fucked up situations though. You ever been eating a bowl of chili and fucking got a fucking shotgun pellet stuck in your teeth?
Nah, dog. Nah.
Yeah, that's some Alabama shit.
Actually, I take that back. My mom used to date a hunter, and you'd be eating some venison or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out because it'd be some it'd be buckshot in that bitch. Like, all right.
Trailers with fucking kerosene heaters and shit. There's a smell to fucking wintertime, Alabama wintertime trailer parks.
What is it? What is
kerosene?
It's kerosene.
Vinyl sided walls all heated up and shit.
Right. You know my shit in Michigan.
Recycled carpet.
I was gonna say that is the smell of white trash is like it's like cigarettes and dusty ass carpets has never been, and then like some fried food in like fried bologna sandwiches. All
fried bologna. Got to split the sides so it don't fold up on you.
Yep, straight up. All right, man. Yo, we on that white boy shit here with Yelawolf. 888-742-3345 if you want to holler at this
Before you about to drop the record?
In a second, you got something you'd like to sprinkle us with?
Yeah. I just want to let everybody know that this record I'm about to play is off of my upcoming mixtape, The Heart of Dixie. This ain't no fucking mixtape that I did with M16 and DJ Frank White. We're all from Alabama, so we decided to collab and do something for Alabama. And you know, I wasn't able to do my album when I wanted to this year, The Love Story. I'm waiting until 2013 when I have some real time to really go in and put some months in on making the next album. So, yeah, man, this is Heart of Dixie. Also, my Psycho White EP is about to drop with Travis Barker. Me and Travis went in on like 5 records, dropping with our Country Fresh. It's my signature line on Famous called Country Fresh. And, yeah. It's Heart of Dixie. This is white boy shit. M16.